I wanted to study graphic design because it's been something I've been interested in for about over 10 years. This just seemed to be the quickest way to my end goal, and it was a solid fit for me in the end. I liked the 3 nights a week and just cranking it out in a year so I can get to working.
Our program differentiates itself from the rest of the group out there because it's not just hands-on. You'll hear that all the time. We have a hands-on environment. That means you sit in front of a computer and you do it. No, it's a hands-on, professional, experienced environment and the mentorship environment. That's the real difference.
All of the teachers are professionals in their field, and there's lots of teachers. So instead of having one teacher trying to cover a bunch of subjects that they may not be that professional at, we have specific instructors for each of the topics that you'll learn here.
It's absolutely important to me that the professors, the instructors, have a real-world perspective. It was one of the reasons I chose the program. I didn't want just someone who didn't really have a lot of practical experience.
When you have the tutelage of people with, even myself, with 35, 40 years of working professional experience coming in and giving that away to you, as well as the rest of the instructor base, that's immeasurable to have. And that's not a demanding influence like you will do it my way. It's a suggestive influence. And the students respond so favorably to that.
Even outside of class, they're willing to take the time to answer your questions. If you took on some type of freelance work, they're always willing to give you feedback or criticism or, you know, what might make this a little bit better. I'm like, please tell me.
Tons of practice, tons of good experience, tons of real-world projects can be better.
The arc of their learning is all geared towards the way the professional actually works in the industry.
We learn a lot.
Students are using the most current software.
We did a lot of work in InDesign, Photoshop, Illustrator.
Everything that you can possibly need to learn on Adobe and all the creative design skills.
You're truly learning how to design, you're truly learning layout, storytelling.
You're also learning why it's important and how to apply it to something that you would actually do in the real world.
As we've progressed, we've moved into the web and applying a lot of the same principles to web design.
There's so many different ways you can go with this because one of our instructors is very focused on coding and web design. You can go that direction. Or if you just want to take it from the art perspective, you learn how to do the art from a print perspective.
In the years past, there's been quite a polarization of people that jumped on the computer and didn't really have a good sense of design development, understanding color and topography, spatial relations. And then there was the other side of the coin where they were coming out of a graphic school or an art school, but they didn't really have a knowledge of the way to use the technology of today effectively. So what the program does is it melds the two together perfectly.
It's really important for students to work with clients because that's what you do in the industry every day. There's communication skills and software skills. There's a lot of skills tied up in working with clients. It's really important to get that practice.
We have actual clients.
The day you arrive in the program, you are part of a big design team.
So you learn, I think, the real world concept of working in a team in a professional environment.
I like immediately getting in there. You're on your computer every night, you're doing work, you have projects due each week, you're building your portfolio from week one.
The portfolio that they end up at the end of the year is actually a number of things. Obviously, they have the standard portfolio of an interactive PDF digital file that they could distribute all around. But the other thing that's most important is that they also get out of this course with their own business identity, their own personal business identity. And so they've established their own branding. They've applied that to the portfolio, the digital, tangible, interactive portfolio. They've applied that to their own personal marketing materials to solicit either in-house work or on an entrepreneurial basis, and their own fully operable personal branding identity website. So they have all of those tools to gain employment.
Working full-time and taking on a few freelance projects, and they've even thrown a couple internships my way, so it's been delightful.